Western States is among us. We are here for all intents and purposes because we've gone from thinking about it occasionally to thinking about it frequently to thinking about it every waking moment of the day. And we are now today going to start our interviews with the elites. And so we're stoked to have the Silver Bullet Dan Green with us. Dan, has anyone called you the Silver Bullet, like as your nickname?
You coined that as my nickname.
Yes.
So, I mean, it's a great one. I'll take it for
Dude,
sure.
Okay. We're pumped on that nickname. I mean, bring everyone up to speed who doesn't know, and I don't know who doesn't at this point. That's at least a listener. The end of Cocodona 250, 257 miles in, course record, even with the 7 additional miles, you're crushing some Coors Light. And, then we started to dream like, oh man, we should do a race where we pay out prize money. It's huge. And we should call that race a Silver Bullet. And then the more we thought about it, we're like, no, Dan is the Silver Bullet. And so we are stoked to have coined that. We coined another one for Max Joliffe, and that's Trail Earnhardt. That's all Wolfie. So we want to nickname all of you. Anybody, any elite that wants a nickname, hit us up, man. That's what we're in the business of.
It's good.
Okay, you ran at Marshall, right?
Correct, yeah.
Okay, home of Byron Leftwich, Randy Moss, Michael W. Smith. Anybody? Huh? I played with Michael W. Smith once. A guy named Soupy Sales. Do you know who Soupy Sales is?
I have no idea.
He was a silent film actor. Went to Marshall, so it's okay. It's okay if you don't know. But I want to show you a picture. And I want you to tell me about this kid right here. Okay.
Boy, that's a good
hair,
pick
man.
right there.
Dude, I'd give anything for that hair.
That was short.
Tell me about this kid. Did this kid want to win Cocodona 250? I know it's probably before Cocodona 250, but like, are you living the dream that this kid had?
For sure. Yeah, I just wanted to run, man. That kid just wanted to run. That was it.
That I hear that, from Ryan Ramsby, mutual friend, much better friend of yours than mine. That's how he characterizes you. You're just like, you're into it, man. Like you're running, you go do Cocodona 250, then you're going to run Western States 100. You'll go out and, give everything at a 50K. Like that's amazing.
Yeah. We just want to run. That kid definitely wanted to run too.
What was the special? What were you, a mid-distance guy?
No. So we didn't have a track team at the time. It was just men's cross. And then we would do track as basically just for fun. We would travel with the girls team every now and then. But mostly we wouldn't do outdoor, but just 5K, 10K, cross-country stuff, cross-country races. I mean, I hate to even say that I was that type of runner because in the big scheme of things, not very good at it in comparison. Yes, no, not at all. Not compared to, people who run that kind of stuff, actually, so.
Yeah, okay. I mean, so at this point, by my estimation, there's probably been no other American ultra running male athlete, that's being talked about more than you had coming off of Cocodona 250. So it sounds like you're living a general dream of that kid in that picture, not the specific dream.
Before that, all I'd really had known, like at that point in time, all I knew that I wanted to do is run and do maybe like a 24-hour race or 48-hour race, stuff like that. That's kind of all that I thought existed as far as like if you want to just run it really far as you can run kind of thing.
Yeah.
And then Cocodona came around. I'm sure there were other races like Tahoe. I don't know how old Tahoe is. Those races are older, I think, for 200-mile distance. But
yeah, about 10, 11 years old.
Yeah, so I didn't really know that existed, which that was probably around the same time too. So kind of checks out.
All right, we've got a phone call here for you on our brand new. You're the first person to ever get a phone call on the Hyperlight hotline. Still working on this jingle, but here it is.
Hyperlight hotline.
Okay,
it's good.
I said that there's no more popular, male and ultra running, in the last 2 months. You can even go back to an incredible Javelina performance. Check out this voicemail.
Hi, Dan Green. How did you go very fast on Cocodona?
My son knows one ultra runner's name. Barely knows mine. He knows Dan Green. Every time I do a podcast, every time I'm interviewing somebody, he saes, "That Dan Green? You talking to Dan Green today? You wearing Dan Green?" So
Nice.
we're working on the silver bullet piece, but can you please answer for my 5-year-old son, Leo, how did you run Cocodona so fast? You can give me like 5 words.
Persistent forward movement. Just keep moving. Don't think about the end. Don't worry about it. That's
I'll tell
basically
him.
it.
I'm going to play this
Yeah,
for him.
don't
He's going to
worry.
be so pumped. Wolfie, take it away.
Yeah, man. So, I mean, we're talking about Cocodona. You got to take me back to your headspace. I'm getting a better sense of it, talking about Marshall and just being a guy who wants to run long, run all the time. So, I mean, you came off of Javelina. That's when you were on my radar. I'm out here in the desert in Phoenix suburbs, real close to the course. And I mean, 12:58, that's incredible. Just missing out on the golden ticket. And I mean, instead of pivoting into that golden ticket series like Black Canyon, you'd ran 3 years previous, or going to canyons, like when did Cocodona become an option and the right pivot for you to make after such an impressive Javelina?
Yeah, I guess it's just kind of whatever gets me going. I wanted to do Cocodona for a few years, so that was always on the radar. And yeah, I mean, I definitely wasn't trying to go to like canyons or Black Canyon again, just because if you look at my Black Canyon history, it got progressively worse each year.
I saw.
I was gonna call it quits. Like fourth time is not the charm for me, so I was like, we're just not gonna do that. Probably not a 100K specialist. I would not say I'm a 100K person. I mean, I can run them, I guess, but not. I don't find them as fun as like a 100 mile or a 250. Yeah, that was not. I was not trying to chase a golden ticket like that.
That's
It
wild.
was.
I mean, I guess we just see you as being such a fast athlete. We just assume that it scales downwards to the 100K. But you're saying at your case, like the 100 mile is just where you start getting into your sweet spot with your fellow competitors and the tip, the spear end of the tip here, I guess, is what I'm saying. Is that what you feel like?
I would say I'm definitely more competitive in the 100 mile than a 100K for sure. There's a
That's
lot of
awesome,
people
man.
that run really fast, and I mean, I guess I can run with them, but I can't probably. I could compete, but it's way harder. That's a whole different beast. You got to really be into it, so you just find whatever you're really into and go that direction.
Yeah, I totally agree. I think once you find something you're good at, you kind of lean further in because it's fun to be good at something, right? Get that kind of positive feedback with the results. So does that mean we're going to see you in more events at the 200 plus distance after crushing it at Cocodona?
For sure. Maybe
Wow,
Cocodona, maybe something else. Who knows?
that's incredible. I mean, you clearly launched onto a lot of people's radars. What was it like? Was the phone ringing afterwards? I mean, we all want to know, as the 95, like when you kind of come out of nowhere and win a race like that in such an impressive form, you got the sponsorships, partnerships just beating at your doorway.
Yes and no. I think it's
Okay,
kind of, I would say ultimately yes, but also given the timing, it's not like anyone's throwing around any like actual money because it's not that time of year.
right.
People's budgets are already made. So it's all just like, oh, well, we'll see about in a couple months or whatever kind of thing.
That probably gives you some good freedom to, now that you got into states, bet on yourself. I mean, got to be, I think, racing. I mean, I was looking at your Strava just this morning. I mean, you ran 75 miles the week after Cocodona. It's got a nice, beautiful little hump as you kind of built up and then are
We did the
starting to
mini
taper.
block.
So yeah, man, that mini block looks like you executed it perfect. I mean, how you feeling going into states mentally and
I'm
physically?
Mentally, I feel good. Physically, I feel good. I know that I'm not probably, but I feel okay. One thing I will say quick though is like if I was just training for Western States, it would almost be the perfect storm if you were trying to get a top 10 for someone like myself, like who could luckily, maybe, hopefully, given the right people blow up, maybe get a top 10. And especially now where Hayden, Jim, John all dropped or had to get out of the race. If I was just training for this race and didn't do Cocodona, it'd be like the perfect storm. So I'm trying not to put too much pressure on myself because I got to remember that I did run Cocodona. And so maybe it's not the perfect storm this year, but that is exciting. But I feel good.
Well, I
All
definitely
right.
think the Silver Bullet's the people's champ. So you're going to have a lot of people, I
Yes,
can assume, on the live stream that are just going to be all in on Dan Green race day. So just feel those
absolutely.
vibes out there.
And when you sign that deal with Coors, I don't know that you get to remain the people's champ. It's kind of like Shane Gillis was hilarious, and he signed with Bud Light. He's like he kind of arrived. you know, and now he's not the people's comedian. That's probably gonna be you, but that's fine. I want you to get that big money from Coors Light. Are we gonna see you at UTMB? You gonna be at UTMB?
Maybe.
All right, I'll be there. Let's hang out.
I got no idea. We'll see. Hopefully, that'd be sweet.
All right,
I
dude.
love it, man. This guy's still that Marshall kid that's just like, you know, I don't know what I'm doing next weekend, but I know I'm running. So this is
That's
incredible.
it. Yeah, man.
All right, Dan, will you join us for a long one time?
Yes, definitely. Just
All right,
let me
dude.
know.
Appreciate you.
Cool.